Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. The day is January 23rd, 2021. On January 22nd, I went live and I spoke about Larry King's illness. Supposedly that day, he was hospitalized with coronavirus. And if you guys saw that video that I did, I spoke about, the significance of his name, Larry King, and how it summed to 56 in gematria. But I also mentioned how he could possibly kick the bucket this year because of what CNN reported that Larry King hosted Larry King Live, the show that he was remembered for exactly 25 years on CNN. And that's a faithful number, 25. It always shows up around suspicious deaths. And this is even though the man died at 87, this is still a suspicious death because of the timing that this hospitalization came on January 2nd, which was 44 days after his birthday. And of course, those of you aware of the number 44, you know all about it. It's the number that connects to kill and execution. So many celebrities died in connection to the number 44. We just had Hank Aaron. What was it, yesterday that he passed away at the age of, I cover so many stories that I just forget. I just covered Hank Aaron's, I forgot how old he was. But he was 86. And he wore the number 44 as a player. And he died on the day with 44 numerology. Hank Aaron did. And Larry King, the day he was hospitalized, it was on January 2nd, 44 days after his birthday. And once I saw that on January 2nd, I said, you know what? This guy is probably not going to live much longer. And here he is dead today on a day with 65 numerology. Of course, pandemic is 65. But for those of you that didn't see the video, I spoke about the number 56 because that has been the number in this whole coronavirus agenda. Larry King's name sums to 56, just like coronavirus. And he was born Lawrence Harvey Seeger. His real government name sums to 113, like how the pandemic was declared on 11/3. Coronavirus pandemic also sums to 113. He died on the day with 65 numerology. Pandemic is 65. And then he dies 21 days after the news of his hospitalization. And Jesuit sums to 21. Or you can say he died, he died 21 days. But I have a feeling he probably died yesterday because that would be 20 days. The word death is 20. But it's possible he died today. It makes sense today because today's the day with 65 in numerology. But so if you just read the reports, you can just tell the numbers that they put out. They do it for a reason. The first thing they put up here, King hosted, and the word King equals 23. Dead on the 23rd. Think about LeBron James, King James. Where's the number 23 in the NBA? But King hosted Larry King Live on CNN for 25 years. Once I saw that, the day that they came out with the news of his hospitalization, I said, you know what? He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it probably past this month. And there you go. Dead on the 23rd. The guy named King. For those of you new here, I recommend you watch other videos to see the repetitiveness of this code. It's very repetitive. But the word King in gematria, using the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, sums to 23. That's the most pure cipher. And then he dies on the 23rd day of the year. Larry King, right? King James, LeBron James. Where's the number 23 for the Lakers? And those of you who like to gamble on sports, the Lakers are playing the Chicago Bulls today, and they can pick up their 9th road win, and 23 is the 9th prime. And if you look at that game, the Lakers are favored by 9 points. So it goes to show you how they use this code for multiple things. Not only to murder, but also to rig sports games. And just want to show you guys this. So the Lakers are playing the Chicago Bulls on the 23rd. Looks like the spread went up to 9.5, but it was at 9 flat earlier today. The game was even at 9 o'clock. There's a lot of nines in this game. The Lakers can pick up their ninth road win on the 23rd. And of course, 23 is the ninth prime number. So let's see if that happens. I won't be surprised if the Lakers win by 9 points, to be honest, and the Bulls cover the spread. But yeah, there's been a year. 2020 was filled with 56s. I don't have the energy to go through all of them. It's been a lot of them. I mean, just look at these few examples here. Society of Jesus is 56. Washington, D.C. is 56. Anthony Fauci, mind control, toilet paper. Toilet paper is 56. A lot of you kept buying out toilet paper because, you thought the world was going to end. Just had to make sure that your ass was clean before you died from this pandemic, right? I get it. Black Lives Matter is 56. Power outage is 56. Natural disasters 56. Speaking of the Lakers, Kobe Bryant died on January 26th of last year. He was buried in Corona Del Mar. COVID. Buried in Corona Del Mar. Corona Del Mar is 56. Unemployment is 56. Food shortage. Of course, all CNI is also 56. Pope is 56. Pope Francis, the first opening Jesuit Pope. Probably the one behind all of these sick satanic rituals. COVID Kapoor is also 56. That's the designer that designed the suit with the mask in 2019 before the pandemic was even declared. I mean, oh my God, it's just so much stuff. But Larry King, yeah. A God named something 56. And, earlier this week, we had the news that Dave Chappelle has coronavirus. And you guys want to take a guess what Dave Chappelle's name sums in gematria? 56. Yeah, that's been the number. I think you guys get the point. But yeah, that's why, that's why Larry King is supposed to be dead from coronavirus. But coronavirus doesn't exist. Larry King was murdered. And it's pretty obvious that that's what's going on. Those of you that still believe in coronavirus, you need to go to the hospital right now and get vaccinated so that way you tell me if it exists. When you feel, you're really going to feel sick after you get vaccinated. Because I'm tired of telling people the same thing over and over. And that goes for the members of my family as well. I'm tired of it. I just lost the uncle to coronavirus, supposedly. He didn't want to listen to me. And now he's not going to listen to me because he's deceased. Put him 56 feet under, too bad. All I could do is give out the word. If those of you that want to take the word and use it and make a change in your life, that's up to you. If those of you who don't, and that includes my family, I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you. It's your grave. But a question that I have for those of you that still believe in this stuff. The NBA supposedly had 144 confirmed coronavirus cases. 144, the Jesuit order number. Ask yourself, how come these professional athletes who get coronavirus during the middle of the season, like Kevin Durant, who got coronavirus twice. He got coronavirus earlier that last year, and then he got it during this NBA season. How come these professional stars, sports stars, these athletes who get COVID, how come they're not dying in the middle of the season? Let me show you something. NBA plays with COVID. This is according to NBC Sports. And look who they have here, front page. Karl Anthony Towns supposedly got coronavirus after he lost his mother to coronavirus, and supposedly lost 7 people in his family to coronavirus. He now has coronavirus. How come he's not dying? His mother was weak enough to die, but how come he's not dying? How come the 7 members of his family died, and how come he's not? He's not one of them. NBA players have now had 144 cases. Jesuit order, some say 144. We get that, but my question is this: out of these 144, how many of them have died during the NBA season? None of them. It's because they're blaming, I guess, their absence on coronavirus. Whenever they want to rest a player, all they have to do is say, this player is injured. He's out because of his knee, like how they did with Antonio Brown. Guy has a big game tomorrow, but he can't play because of his knee. And somehow the line doesn't jump up from 3.5. It's very tricky, very, very suspicious what's going on in the NFC Championship game tomorrow. But yeah, all these players who get COVID, none of them died. The NBA has had now 144 cases. But yet, people like Larry King, they get COVID-19 and then they're dead a few weeks after. Hank Aaron gets vaccinated for COVID and still dies 17 days after his vaccination. Of course, killed 17. So how come? What's going on? I guess if you're a professional sports player, you don't die from COVID. Only 86-year-olds and mothers of NBA stars. Oh Lord. But rest in peace to Larry King. Hate to say I told you so.